Well, what do you think about the latest collection of crap? I got this old John Deere 55. I hauled it home last year. I imagine any of you who watch videos and stuff, you saw me haul that. I'm going to use the axle under it for replacing it on the slasher, because the slasher's planetary got screwed up. I'll show you that in a second so it makes sense, and then I'll come back to all the rest of this junk. So these are 16/926 tires, and they just got a solid axle, and then they're just basically a bow gear and a ring gear on the back with a transmission over there. Wonder what if I shut that off or not. Anyway, so that you don't have to use the planetaries, because it's a bow gear. And then I'll show you the slasher that we're tied to, or what we're gonna put it on. Okay, so there it is. It's a hood slasher, but it's got a John Deere skidder motor in it. And but it has an old rear end underneath it with planetaries, and the guy that was using it, they never got the oil in it, or never checked the oil in the planetaries, and wrecked them both. So it's actually just a heavy-duty rear end with a diff, like a normal diff, but it has a hydraulic motor hooked to the diff, so you just are running it, you know, real slow and then slower again. So I'm going to throw that combine axle underneath here, and then same size of tires actually, and then we'll be able to move this slasher by itself without having to pull it around. Use it for short wood, and I think I'm going to use it just to feed the chunker as well with all the small stuff. But these are an old animal that have, I think I touched it. These are an old animal that have done their fair share of work. This one in particular is a model 1500, serial number 15311, size 27 foot. So this is what this slasher is. It was new once, but it wasn't this year. Now I'll show you the other stuff. First thing, this is a loose haystack mover. So you tip it down. Oh, I guess I don't know if you can pick up stacks or only unload it, but you can carry them. And it has 4 tires and a walking beam, so it has 8 tandem, and walking beam suspension. And there's a big old winch on the front here that all you did is you ran the cable down through to the cable at the far end, which is hooked to this push bar, and you just PTO winch and shove the whole stack off by raising it up so it touches on the back, and then just shove it off and drive out from underneath it. Now I can't think of a thing you'd ever do with this old piece of crap. And I thought, wait a second, I'm trying to figure out where I can store chunked firewood instead of and have a portable woodshed. I can put some sides on this, put some plywood on the bottom, and put a big mongo heap of wood in here. And with that many tires, I don't have any worry about overloading it. Then I thought, well, same thing with this ugly little old stock trailer that somebody made. All of this stuff came from a neighbor's place. He passed away just recently, but he hadn't been here for years. Well, I thought, I don't want that. Now, wait a second. I can fill that sucker right full of firewood and put a tarp over the top. And when I need it, I can back it in near the boiler and shovel it out just like those other things. So there's this is probably the coolest thing. This is a stack mover. It's got 1, 2, 3, 5 chains. It's live with a hydraulic little winch thing here. And I thought, what are you going to do with that? I know exactly what I'm going to do with this thing. I'm going to use this at my firewood processor. Instead of pipe racks to roll the logs, I'm going to throw all the logs on there, and then I can feed them straight towards me all the time without having to roll them all the time. Just have a live floor log table, and I can just pull it in and park it and hook up the hydraulics to the tractor and feed it ahead as I want it. So that I'm really excited about, because that's going to be a real handy deal. And then this one here is the Stack Hand 30. I showed you the one just a little while ago what I had for firewood, but this sucker is a lot bigger. You can just hydraulically raise the the roof, because it's made to blow hay in up there, right? And it fills the whole thing up. But you can, there's 4 hydraulic cylinders. You raise the whole roof and it lays the end gate down if you want. And I can fill that whole thing right full of firewood, close the end gate, and just leave the concave roof up on top. Just leave it open and have that thing right full of chunked up firewood, and then when I need it, I'll just back it in towards the boiler and shovel it out. These things actually have a floor chain in them. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me have a look here. Nah, ain't working. Maybe from the front. They have a PTO drive with a right angle thing, and this closer pulleys. They have a floor chain to feed all the hay out. But I might be able to push the wood out. I don't know if I won't. But so in there, sorry you can't see very well, but there's the floor chains with the crossbars, so you could feed the wood straight out to the back if it's tough enough. And if it ain't, shovel it out like I was gonna do it anyway. So there's some more crap and some plans. What do they say? The best laid plans of mice and men. But really what it is, like I always tell my wife, is it's one more thing for the estate sale. Okay, so I set up this old hay wagon like I was hoping to do. It seems to work okay, but I wasn't going to do anything permanent until we knew it actually did. So we just blocked up the front, the back 26 inches and the front 18 inches lifted up so that the back of the wagon delivers wood over onto the blue table. And I put about 25 trees on there. I don't know if I said that, but it seems to be working good. So now I'm going to give the camera to the boy, and then I'm going to fire up the tractor and we can watch the trees get, and so I'll just roll it up to, and then have one fall off, and then we'll be good.
About a meter. Now about a foot. Now it's off.
So it appears that it works pretty good. So what my next plan is, we don't obviously need to have a tractor where a guy runs it from there. I've got some long hydraulic hose, so I'm just going to hook up the hydraulic motor and run it over to this tractor. The permanent solution will be to rig up a diverter so I can stop my conveyor going and switch it over to this conveyor, so I can just do a diverter and then same lever to make it feed ahead instead of feeding this. But in the meantime, I can plumb it right into the tractor and then just run it from there. So when I need to feed the logs ahead, I'll just pull the lever on the tractor and from a rope, so I don't even have to move or anything. I can just a little bit and should be good. So I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe I've got way too many plans, not enough, too much ambition, not enough sense, and too many dreams. But I guess dreaming is what keeps you happy, or keeps you sane, or keeps you going. So I'm dreaming that I'm going to get all this stuff done. In the meantime, I'm also dreaming that somebody's interested in watching this crap too. So take care. Thanks for checking it in, checking it out, and checking in. Make good choices, eat lots of popcorn, and enjoy the sunny days when they're here.